Assalamu alaikum everyone, this is Suleiman, your children's Arabic teacher from seedsofilm.com. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. I just wanted to show you a different format in this video. So you can see on the screen, you can see in our recording that we have this little background. This is my little whiteboard that I use, obviously letting you know that I've got a website, seedsofilm.com, as you all know, Instagram and Facebook. I'd really appreciate it if you go over and like those. So today we're carrying on with a lesson that I started before. I was going to do a series of 3 videos, especially for the parents, and especially for tutors out there who are teaching younger children Arabic, and just to give you some ideas of some games that you can use. These are also in line with a blog that I put on my website as well. If you want to go to seedsofilm.com/blog, I think you'll find it there. I'll leave a link in the description anyway, where you can read about these three different Arabic language games that anybody can play with their children at home. So I wanted to show you this other one. I really like this other one. And it was actually shown to me by a 4-year-old boy from Saudi Arabia, how you can play noughts and crosses doing Arabic. So you can see over here, I've got my little pen, using my little pen tablet thing over here. So if you just made a little grid like this, same as any noughts and crosses game, and obviously it needs to be done in line with you know, any vocab list that you've done. So I think it is a really good idea when you're teaching your younger children at home, that if you have children that are sort of, even if they're 3 years old, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and if you're not like an experienced teacher in Arabic language yourself, if you keep things very vocab based, like it's really good to start building children's vocabulary at that young age. And this is a really good game that you can use to sort of consolidate understanding of vocabulary. And sometimes I even use it when, you know, if a student turns up early to my class, or you know, whatever. So the example that I use in my blog is if you're playing it with the animals. Sometimes a little fun lesson that I do with some of my students is on the animals. And so if we have a vocab list, it will just be, you know, the children don't have to see the vocab list, but just imagine you have one in your head, which is just some of the different animals in the Quran. Obviously you need 9 because the squares are 9 by 9 square. So you'd have letters in each of here. You're going to have a hamza, you're going to have a fa, you're going to have an ayn, you're going to have a ha, you'll have a kaf, you can have a noon, you can have a few noons, you can have 2 has actually. We'll do that with 2 has, there's no problem at all, by the way, if you do have the same letter twice. Let's put in a ta, and whilst you're watching this, you can be thinking in your head what these letters actually stand for, by the way. So yeah, ha, kaf, ba. Okay, good. Okay, I'll put a different colour on now. So, okay, say I'm going to act 2 parts. I'm going to act child number 1. So I'm looking at this, and we've maybe just done a lesson on the animals in the Quran. And I remember, I look at the letter Ayn, and I remember we did the animal Ankabut. We did the word Ankabut, which means the spider. So I put my circle in there, in Ankabut. And then next child, I'll do it in another colour so we can see the difference. Remembers, okay, we did read, you know, when I was at Madrasa the other day, we read Surah Al-Fil. So I know that fa stands for fil. So then they'd get their cross in there. And so on and so on. So that the animals I have in here are ibl. If they know Juz Amma, they probably know ibl as well. Tayr, meaning a bird. Himar, meaning a donkey. Hout, meaning a whale. And ba for baqara. Kaf for kalb, meaning a dog. And noon could be for namla, an ant, or it could be for nahla, a bumblebee. So that's a little example of one of the games that you can play at home. Like, you know, sometimes I can end up at the end of a lesson, we can play, you know, 4 or 5 of those games. It is really good just to drill through vocabulary in a certain subject. And yeah, it's just one of kind of the games that I play at the end of my lesson sometimes if I'm doing one-on-one tuition. And so that's the game. That's the game. But the reason why I wanted to show you sort of this sort of format of these of how I do these online lessons and do a video tutorial in this way, because this is kind of what my online tuition actually looks like. I could do it without me there, but I think, I don't know, I think it is important for our children, or for any students, I know they are sort of learning from a human. Like, it does make it a little bit more interactive, and so somehow they feel like I'm watching them a little bit more, even if I can't see them. They feel like I'm watching them a little bit more, which is obviously good. So, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and share it, and please let me know if there's anything else you'd like to request. Obviously, I'm an experienced Arabic language tutor, but I'm here to support the parents. Like as a lot of you know, I've recently had a little boy. I've got a 4-month-old son, and I think a lot about how I can support the parents out there and how I will in turn support myself when I start teaching my son Arabic, inshallah. So please make contact with me. Make sure you like my Facebook and follow my Instagram, and you're in touch with me on YouTube and everything as well, inshallah. And don't be afraid to write to me if you have any questions. So I hope you all have a nice rest of your weekend. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.